everyone, my name is Ariel and I'm a part of Meraki Giving, a youth-led social impact society. Thank you so much for joining us today for our first ever online fundraiser, Coffee for a Cause. Your support today will help us really continue making impacts in the future. I'm so excited to share what I love about this company with you. As an organization that strives to create global connections, we've noticed how communities all around the world are coming together now more than ever before. And although we are all working throughout this difficult time, we've decided to continue reaching out to people and creating ongoing partnerships. And today we would love to share our story with you.
In addition to raising awareness about direct trade and youth social entrepreneurship, we will be streaming a coffee brewing workshop led by the amazing owner of Africa Coffee and Tea, Charlene Hua, as well as a latte art demonstration, a special guest speaker, and we will end it all with our giveaway. This is an exciting opportunity for us to get the word out about our amazing single origin, specialty grade Cafe Runa coffee from Peru. The link to register for a giveaway can be found on our Instagram bio and on our YouTube channel and website merakigiving.com.
Hello everyone, my name is Eitan and I just want to let you know that we have 60, I was just told we have actually 50 bags left of our whole bean, medium light, single origin, specialty grade Peruvian Cafe Runa coffee left. You can get the order form on our linked on our bio, our channel, and our website, www.merakigiving.com. Don't miss out on Cafe Runa coffee.
Don't forget that registration for the giveaway will be available throughout the whole live stream, so look for the link on our bio and our website. We'll keep open the gateway for the giveaway until 12 p.m. today.
Hey everyone, my name is Carter and I'd just like to give some background on our organization, Meraki Giving. Meraki Giving was founded in 2017 with the mission to identify issues of concern and streamline resources to create a solution by us, a group of passionate students led by our determined teacher, Ms. Hope.
Our first initiative connected our passion to advocate for high quality and education with our first mission to create equal opportunities for the most vulnerable. In 2017, we connected with Shoe for Africa and built Kunga Makono, a school for long-term care children recovering in the Shoe for Africa Children's Hospital in Eldoret, Kenya. This is the only children's hospital in East and Central Africa. We wanted to continue to support our mission and to help create educational opportunities for those who cannot attend school.
That was awesome, Eitan. Our current initiative, Cafe Runa, has connected us to our amazing partners in San Ramon, Peru. We're working with a coffee plantation composed of 15 families living in the town of Meraki. Our aim is to work together to grow their infrastructure and introduce Hong Kong customers to their specialty graded Peruvian coffee.
Hola, me llamo Diego y es un honor formar parte de esta iniciativa y poder poner de mi parte para que nosotros, tanto como la comunidad de Marancocha, podamos colaborar mutuamente. By expanding its customer base internationally, the Marancocha coffee community can continue to build their business and improve their local economy. By supporting Meraki Giving today, you're working with us to create a sustainable positive impact. As part of the South American community myself, I understand the importance of supporting small businesses that compete in an international competitive market.
Cafe Runa aims to raise awareness of the importance of direct trade and fair wages for the farmers responsible for bringing us high-quality, responsibly grown coffee. We would also like to highlight the power of consumer choice by sharing this journey with our customers and working together to create a world that engages in ethical practices to end inequality.
Don't forget to sign up for our giveaway prizes, including this OtterBox Italian leather bag that I'm holding right now. OtterBox products are designed with quality in mind, but also designed to create a lasting bond between user and how they engage with the world around them. This is why Meraki Giving loves to partner with companies like OtterBox, who always create new and exciting designs while making sure the environment comes first.
Great, thanks Christian. I love the OtterBox bags, and I'm pretty excited about the white one. It would be perfect for summer. Not long until that giveaway, but first, I'm excited to introduce Charlene from Africa Coffee and Tea to teach us about coffee brewing techniques. Africa Coffee and Tea's mission align with ours, which is to promote equality in the community. We are really grateful that Charlene not only offered her time today, but has also offered guidance and mentorship while we have been building our business.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday here in Africa Coffee and Tea. So today we wanted to have a nice, fun, interactive talk and talk about origin of coffee, a bit of the introduction on coffee, as well as the pour over. We're really happy Meraki Giving has actually chosen us to work with them, collaborate with the school, given the fact that we also work directly with our farmers in Africa and the opportunity to collaborate with the school. And so for the past 2.5 years, our cafe's been open. We've actually worked really hard to work with the farmers as well as the donations that the school is doing, right? And so I think having said that, we're truly excited. We've got 3 coffees here. Before we go on, I know we're going to spend about a few minutes to talk about origin of coffee. The reason why we talk a lot about coffee, I'm not sure any of you or many of you know that actually Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee. And so Africa has 54 countries. And so a lot of the East African countries, such as Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, Ethiopia, obviously Tanzania, all those countries have really nice high altitude. And because of that, all the coffee that we actually going to serve are 100% Arabica, including the Meraki Giving. We know that the coffee is as well as 100% Arabica. And so what we're doing is in specialty coffee, the way you prepare coffee, certainly we have obviously a really nice grinder as well as the coffee that is actually based on the pour over, same type of coffee, you could actually be able to have different ways of brewing. And so today what we're going to be doing is actually 2 pour over coffee will be done by Locke, our barista here at Africa Coffee and Tea. So in terms of the coffee, there's different flavor of it. So the coffee beans that we actually have originally sourced from Africa, for example, the way you're roasting your coffee, the way you're preparing it, the way you're actually pouring it, it's a skill. And that's why we've got barista. You've got your certification. You're trying to understand, what is really the tasting notes of the coffee. So in particular today, we're actually going to do a pour over specialty coffee from Ethiopia because it's the birthplace of coffee. And then later on, we're going to try out the Meraki Giving coffee, and so that we can actually compare the tasting of it. And so by doing so, right now, Love actually has just boiled the water to about 89 to 93. Right. So because of that, right now we're actually doing a specialty coffee. Right now, Love is actually going to use this lovely grinder and grind this coffee in a very fine way. Now, the way you do the coffee is to grind this coffee is actually make it into more like a salt grain, sort of that thickness. And so if you pour a little bit into the hand right here, you can see. So this is actually 15 gram in terms of the coffee. We're doing a 1 to 15 gram. And so Love right now is actually going through this entire process of the pour over. So he is starting off with washing the paper, the filter. And so this is the way to actually clean the paper because of the smell or taste of it. And so now what he's getting rid of is actually the filter paper that we have, the taste of it. Okay, now what he's doing is to weigh the coffee. If you can see right here, he's slowly scaling it to about 15 gram. Right, perfect. And so because of the 15 gram now, what we're doing is we shake a little bit so then we get that balance of the coffee. Yeah. And so now we are currently going through this process of the bloom process. So the bloom is basically to allow us to do this 30-second bloom where you can maybe get the camera here. We can actually see how this coffee currently is right now going through that bloom process as a way to get the carbon dioxide out of it. And so such as the bad gas, when we actually right now, roast coffee, you get the carbon dioxide out. So right now, Locke is continuing doing a slow pour over into 230 ml of the coffee. He's slowly going through, as you notice, slowly going through that, right? The key of making the specialty coffee is have that stable hand and be able to continue to do a slow process of it. And so we will actually have some tasting. And if you guys want to come and do a quick tasting as well, maybe I'll have two of you guys, to three of you guys. Okay. Now you can see the coffee is roasted into a medium, light to medium, right? And so the way you're looking at this coffee, it's like tea. And so a lot of people who actually really enjoy drinking strong coffee. However, when you drink coffee that is roasted really strong or darker, you actually would only taste a lot of it more of a darker roasted flavor. Now, the reason for this pour over is to really acquire the flavor. Smell it, right? Acquire the flavor of it and taste it and see what is the tasting note. All right. So I'm going to have you guys try. And thank you, Locke, for such a lovely demo. So what we're doing is now, look at this, 230 ml, and we pour a little bit like here. And then for you guys now to give it a try. Anyone else wants to try? All right, so guys, give it a try. Smell it? Yep, see how it is? Really good. What's the tasting note on this one? Like floral? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Ethiopia coffee has a fairly distinctive floral tasting of it. Quite citrus as well. Yes. And so it depends on the roasting as well. There's actually really nice, long-lasting tasting note, right? And so the flavor of it. There's this whole wheel about it's almost like drinking wine. You acquire the flavor, you taste it, and say, "Wow, what is the feedback? Or, what is the tasting note for that?" So there's a chart that identifies: is it chocolate? Is it caramel? Is it bitter? Is it durian? And so based on all kinds of the tasting note, it's all personal as well too. So we're really that's it. I think for a specialty coffee, sometimes the more you actually start pouring this, making your coffee, the more experience you're going to get. And so the best coffee, sometimes you say we're going to make our own coffee. So your coffee here, especially in terms of the time, what we can do is to really show, because we've done it before. The coffee you guys have done, we've worked together to say that this is a medium light roast. And so this coffee is actually really good for a single origin pour over. The tasting note on your coffee is similar to a bit Ethiopia, where it's also got that nice citrus flavor as well. So parents, you guys are definitely gonna go through this process. Buy a small, V60, and then right here, you guys can then bring it home and be able to do a specialty coffee at home. Thank you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys at Africa Coffee and Tea, as well as more collaborations with Meraki. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene, for that informative brewing session. We will turn to your expert staff to learn more about how the latte art magic happens. But before that, Rachel will tell you a bit about Peru and the incredible Juan Paulo.
Last year, Meraki Giving journeyed across the world to the Marincocha plantation in San Ramon, Peru, where we were able to meet Juan Paulo, the president of the Marincocha Coffee Cooperative. To give you an idea of where Marincocha is, our journey required 3 international planes, a domestic flight, and then 6 hours of back road driving. Although we were in such a remote part of the world, it felt like home as soon as we met our wonderful partners and were gifted with the opportunity to learn firsthand about the coffee picking process and tour the beautiful country. Here's a short video of our trip to allow us to further introduce our initiative.
So right now we're about to do a latte art demonstration for you guys.
That's right. So everyone, this is Block again. Here we have this nice, big, powerful machine. So we're actually going to start off as an espresso. So any latte art starts off, obviously, we use the espresso base. And so we will now use about 19 grams of the coffee. And today we're featuring the coffee is actually Uganda. And so this particular single origin coffee is 100% Arabica, as we mentioned. And so right now, what Locke is doing is actually putting this espresso of 19 gram. And right now, he's actually going through this process of ensuring this espresso is nice and tempered and tight, right? So when you're making an espresso, again, the key to it is you've got to grind it very fine. And so he's compressing that to ensure that the powder is not loose. If you're actually making that at home, ensure to follow this process because that's the way to actually compress a nice espresso. Now, if you look at this, the richness of the coffee, right? And then it's slowly dripping in about 20 something seconds. So in a powerful machine, what you're doing is you're actually extracting this coffee into this 2 shots. And by looking at this right now, we're using it around 91 degree, the temperature here. And the weight, if you look at the scale here, this is the scale of this right now, a 25-second and about 40 gram, okay, of this weight. And so now here comes the latte skill, all right? Sometimes, we make coffee using, different latte arts, which you can do a heart shape, you can do a more fancy one. Certainly, I'm not in a condition of making anything like fancy. Locke is definitely has that skill. And key now is to hear this milk, the fluffing of it, okay? And it's about the latte. How do you actually use this to actually make the milk, right? You can do a flat white, you can do a cappuccino, you can do a latte, depending the type of coffee you want. When you go to a cafe, you want to order, is it going to be a latte? What's the difference between latte, cappuccino, flat white? Now, Locke, are you making now, right now? Look at how he's doing. He's actually swirling. A lovely leaf shape, okay? So this is actually one latte art you actually can do nice and quick. I think this is more like a flat white or latte? Latte. A latte, okay. Sometimes you can't tell, right? Latte and flat white, actually flat white has more milk even. So maybe we'll do one more shape, all right? Lovely. And so who wants to try this coffee? One of the parents. Can I have one of the parents to come? Right. So this is a lovely single origin coffee from Uganda. Where's mommy? Hi, mommy. What's your name? Tosh. Tosh. Nice. Please have a try of this lovely latte by Locke. And tell us how the taste of this coffee. Nice and smooth. Yep. Too much milk for me. Okay. Then you're gonna get a cappuccino instead. Okay. What? I like the beans. I like the coffee. Right. So to actually use single origin 100% Arabica, a lot of times it is slightly more difficult to make into latte art, but because of the 100% Arabica, the difference between the Robusta and the Arabica is the Robusta bean tends to be very strong in terms of the caffeine, and then the Arabica is actually more mild, right? Yes. So Locke, okay, we'll come back to the camera, guys, and then Locke's gonna make another latte. Thank you, mommy. Okay, so he's now going to make another pattern of the latte. Look what he's doing again. Guys, when you're watching this latte, if you want another lesson, a workshop on this, it's going to take some time. Very fun. Look, this is a lovely, easy, hard pattern. All right, so there goes it, guys. It takes time to actually make a latte and to learn. It's not going to be an overnight. Key is to understand the way you grind the coffee, the way you actually prepare the milk, right? And so in the future, we'll offer workshops for you guys. And having said that, thank you, Love, for your amazing latte art. And I guess we're going to turn that camera back to Meraki Giving Group. Guys, are you ready? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Charlene, for that latte art demo. I will be trying some of these at home. So let's turn it over to our giveaway announcement.
We are very excited to announce that Flex is offering 2 to 3 passes, which from which you can do yoga, Pilates, Allegro. You can also do. It also includes kid and teen workouts and postnatal workouts, and and it's also offering 3 passes for the Renault strength and movement classes.
Today, we are excited to have one of the two founders of Conspiracy Chocolate, Amit Oz, with us here today. Conspiracy Chocolate was born from a passion in the culinary arts. Amit and Celine started making the company in 2018 and learning and refining the chocolate making process. The conspiracy started with a desire to combine chocolate and herbs with chocolate with herbs and spices traditionally found in cooking. I will let Amit tell us all about how he makes his high-end, healthy, and adventurous chocolate. Thank you, Amit, for being with us here today.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm actually also having coffee over here. Um, our story started, like Eitan said, from a passion. We wanted to try and bring savory cooking into chocolate, and we didn't know that people have already been doing this. So we tried ourselves. If we found out this already exists, we probably wouldn't have started a company, which is very lucky. Um, Craft anything is about reversing what the Industrial Revolution did. So this is sourdough bread or craft beer, or there's a lot of different industries in this. A small portion of the world is tuned into this, and an even smaller portion is seeking it out. It's important to provide information to new people so they can participate in these things. The nice thing is that once customers already know about your product, they support you, they get behind you, and when they feel you're making something special for them and that you're in it for more than the money, they want to be a part of what you're doing, not just be your customers, which makes it a lot easier when you're trying to also learn how to run a business at the same time. It's important to keep an open line with customers and understand what they like and how to service them. We chose an approach of low margins and high authenticity. This means that everything needs to support our initial goal. Everything is very product focused. A big part of being product focused is leaning on our farmer for quality rather than over processing the product. The traditional way of making chocolate is buying a lot of cacao from anyone that's willing to sell it, and then burning it until it's bitter and chocolate becomes bitter dark chocolate. We source our cacao directly from a farmer for a multitude of reasons. The alternative is going for a co-op. So a co-op is, I'm guessing it's similar to coffee, very popular in North Africa. You would have a collective of farmers that work together, and the farmers are not expected to know about business, operations, marketing. They're a cog in the machine. They're there to produce cacao. The alternative, what we're using is treating them as a business entity and empowering them. In this model, the farmer can set his own prices based on his own business needs. This means they can invest in their business and build it to be profitable. For example, hiring a scientist to increase the quality and sustainability of their crop or additional staff. We work a lot with the farmer on the quality. So we're trying to create a world where, just like wine, there is a brand attached to a terroir of cacao, and therefore a farmer can charge more if the terroir is known to be good, if he is known to be a craftsman of creating something that other people can't. This is not possible when a farmer is a cog in the machine, where he's a nameless part of the process, and he has no incentive to want to make a good product and charge more for it. So by going directly to them and cutting out the middleman that takes a section of the margin the farmer would otherwise get, yes, we're paying more, but we're getting something quality and special. And instead of trying to compete over prices, over packaging, we're competing over quality and over passion, which I think is something that's just more interesting to spend your day doing. We haven't created a company with the sole purpose of positive social impact. There are companies like that. What we're doing is being competitive while prioritizing social impact in our decision making. For example, sourcing cacao in Asia. Most companies, as well as us, we started looking at South America. It's the right place to start looking, but shipping something from over there to Hong Kong that actually grows right nearby, so like the amount of fuel in it is just not, it's not good for the planet. Another one is using biodegradable packaging. Half of our packaging is biodegradable, the other half is not. We're transitioning towards that. What's important for us is to create something that's good right now and then scale like that, as opposed to what we're seeing a lot of today, which is big companies that may have understood that they want to do things a little differently, but transforming a complex process once you're big is very difficult and it takes longer. So we're trying to create something good before it gets to the size where it's too difficult to change. And I hope more companies will also go in this track. I think within the startup culture, there's a big culture of doing this. I always knew I wanted to run a business. I haven't seen many successful businesses that I can ethically get behind, which kept me from starting. And our goal is to develop a business we can proudly get behind every aspect of it. Not like to head a chocolate company that's so efficient that others can't get in the door and it's a monopoly. I'd like to one day run a range of small food-related companies which each have a part of me in them and a part of everybody else that's in them. And the idea of craft is that I can't tell you like only my thing and nobody else's. It's a bit like when you go to a wine shop where you want to like the top 20% out of the wines, but you can't possibly only like one of them. We didn't get into this to build an empire. The process of designing a product and letting people know about it and then scaling it is like solving an ever-changing puzzle, which is very interesting and very enjoyable. And when you choose a product or an industry you're already passionate about, this can be so enjoyable. And it's such an art in the sense that there's no wrong answers. So like many other things, it's always scarier before you get started. If you feel there are awesome ideas inside you that other people will benefit from, I suggest taking this first scary step and then just rolling with it. Worst case, this one doesn't work, but you learned a lot and you apply it in the next one, just like any other job. The benefits definitely outweigh the risk.
Wow, thank you so much for speaking yesterday. I'm really inspired about your story and the importance of grit and how you really believe in what we're doing. Thank you for supporting direct trade and showing us that we can be responsible and successful.
Here's one.
Don't forget to buy our coffee from our website. There's only 45 bags left of our medium light roast coffee. And also, don't forget to donate for the giveaway for a chance to win some of the amazing gifts. And you can find that link through our live stream on our website and on our Instagram.
Capture your memories and receive a family mini shoot by Suzanne Goodwin. Photography on Repulse Bay Beach Pier, Tin Hau Temple. The morning light is brilliant, and you'll receive a 20-minute family section along with 12 fully edited high-resolution digital images for you to have and use as you wish. Your session date will be valid to use before November 1st, 2020, at a date agreed upon by yourself and the photographer. Look forward to seeing you there.
We really hope you've enjoyed our program so far. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more information about our giveaway. But in the meantime, watch this inspirational video from an entrepreneur, Xavier Neville. Xavier is the founder of Creative Foods, a food processing company supplying fresh produce to over 3,500 of the largest food service outlets in China. He's kindly prepared a short clip in which he talks about his experience with entrepreneurship.
So I came to China in 1997, and I came as an expatriate for a big catering company called Compass. And 2 years into it, in 99, what I did is I created a company that I called Creative Food Group, and I acquired from my old company the vegetable business. The big question, it's less about sustainability and it was more about food safety. because China had a horrible reputation. There were scandals everywhere about chemicals or toxic chemicals that were left on the vegetables. I would have agronomists to travel to their farms to control them. I would buy the chemicals, the pesticides, the fertilizer for them and give them the right one so that they would not go and buy the cheap one that is toxic. And in 2000, the first internet boom stopped. The stock market collapsed, and suddenly nobody had any money to fund a vegetable business in China. So I found myself with a business that had $1 million in sales, $1 million loss, hundreds of employees, 3 factories in China, and no money, no cash. So the way I got over that is there was a group of people among. So I came to China in 1997, and I came as an expatriate for a big catering company called Compass. And 2 years into it, in 99, what I did is I created a company that I called Creative Food Group, and I acquired from my old company the vegetable business. The big question, it's less about sustainability and it was more about food safety, because China had a horrible reputation. There were scandals everywhere about chemicals or toxic chemicals that were left on the vegetables. I would have agronomists to travel to their farms to control them. I would buy the chemicals, the pesticides, the fertilizer for them and give them the right one so that they would not go and buy the cheap one that is toxic. And in 2000, the first internet boom stopped. The stock market collapsed, and suddenly nobody had any money to fund a vegetable business in China. So I found myself with a business that had $1 million in sales, $1 million loss, hundreds of employees, 3 factories in China, and no money, no cash. So the way I got over that is there was a group of people among my shareholders who believed in the business. I stopped paying myself. I stopped paying some of the senior management. And some of the shareholders, they sent me a little bit every month so that I could pay the salary of the people. And it lasted like that for nearly 1.5 years. So I think from there, I stopped pursuing my own ideas, and I started to listen to what people were telling me. And my employees would tell me, this is working in the US or in Europe, but it doesn't work in China. So I started to follow their advice, and it was hard because, I was the leader, I was the boss, and sometimes I had to acknowledge that I was wrong. I was losing $1 million, and I could not pay the salaries. I was paying them month by month. Every month, I did not know if I could pay the salary at the end of the month. So I had to quickly change the way I was doing things, and I started to do that after I listened to my employees who gave me a lot of advices. So we won more business, we built new factories. Since we were growing, investors started to look at us positively again, and they said, oh, these people, they seem interested. So we raised more money, we built more factories, and in the end, by 2007, we had 8 factories in China, 1,500 employees, and we were serving 3,000 restaurants. So our clients became KFC, McDonald's, Costa Cafe, Starbucks, all these people. Plus the emerging Chinese chains like Dicos or Hualaishi in southern China. Well, when I came to China, I didn't speak a word of Chinese. And I remember looking at the Chinese characters on the street, and I thought it was meaningless. And when people were speaking to me, I could not even guess what they were saying. When my Chinese really improved is after I had to listen to my employees who only spoke Chinese, and suddenly I started to speak to them. Something that was funny is that they adjusted the Chinese for my Chinese level. So I was listening to them, and I thought I spoke really good Chinese. And then I would come back home and switch on the TV at night, and on TV news I didn't understand a word. I think at the beginning, to start the business, to have the energy to start a business and take the risk to start a business, you need to start with a big dream, right? You've got the idea that either you're going to be very rich, or you're going to change the world, or you're going to introduce a product that nobody knows that's really going to benefit the people. And it's easy to lose yourself in that dream. So I guess when you're starting a business, be very practical. So if you want to change the world, then start small, because you're going to make failures anyway. You're going to fail. The plan is going to change all the time. So what's important is, if you try new things or take big risks, test them at a very small scale, so that when you make your mistake, you're not jeopardizing the entire business and all the people who trusted you. So my advice is, if you test things, test them small. And there's a perception today in the world that it's okay, you can burn a lot of cash and you can grow. But then what happens when suddenly the money dries out and your investors disappear because there's a crisis? It was the internet bubble that burst in 2000. Now it's COVID-19. Suddenly there's no cash. So you need to be very practical and always have a cash safety, a little pile of cash that can cover you for 6 months of 1 year. My name is Xavier Naville, and I'm French.
We hope you enjoyed this short clip. I personally cannot wait to see how we're able to use his advice in order to improve our systems within Cafe Bruna, ensuring a better financial safety. The full interview with Xavier is available on our website and on our YouTube channel.
Sadly, we are nearing the end of our fundraiser, but our first ever live stream. We hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be ending today by introducing our gifts for the giveaway, which range from limited edition Italian leather handbags and fitness studio passes. All the proceeds from this fundraiser will not only be used to invest into building our company, Meraki Giving, but also into shipping our coffee beans from Peru and into an identified community project within the Maricocha plantation.
We will keep our registration open until noon today, and we will be announcing the lucky winner on Sunday, May 10th by 12 p.m. on our social media platform right after you have enjoyed the Mother's Day brunch. Remember, you can find links to our social media linked in the description below, and also at www.merakigiving.com. Natalie, so what do we have up first?
First up, we have 10 amazing Italian OtterBox leather handbags donated by OtterBox. OtterBox innovates bold products that deliver confidence and trust in any pursuit. From its humble beginnings with a dry box in a Fort Collins, Colorado garage, the #1 OtterBox has honed and leveraged its expertise in manufacturing and design to become the #1 selling smartphone case brand in the US, and a leader in rugged outdoor style lifestyle products.
Don't forget, at the center of every OtterBox innovation is a deeper goal to affect positive, lasting change. In partnerships with OtterCare's Foundation, OtterBox grows to give back by inspiring kids to change the world through entrepreneurship and philanthropy. To learn more about this vision, visit us at www.otterbox.asia, register for our giveaway, and any one of these limited edition bags could be yours.
Next, we have Calibrate Studios, who have kindly donated 3 strength and movement class passes. Calibrate Studios is a wellness studio offering pre- and postnatal training, HIIT, mobility, strength, and movement classes. Their mission is to provide guidance, support, and education on the importance of exercise and nutrition to deliver a therapeutic lifestyle changes for any of those who are seeking it.
If one gymnasium wasn't enough for you, there's one more. Flex Studios were kind enough to donate their premium fitness studio passes to us. Here you can pick classes ranging from small group sessions to more private personal training. The different types of fitness sessions included here are general fitness, aerial yoga, barre, Pilates, etc. The flexibility of this gymnasium is outstanding, as you need not a full membership to attend regularly.
Next up, we have a 20 minutes photo shoot donated by Suzanne Goodwin Photography. Born in Canada, Suzanne moved to Hong Kong in 2006 and developed her passion and skill for photography. In 2013, she completed her certificate for professional photography through the New York Institute of Photography. She is grateful for all the teachers and clients that have been giving her the chance to becoming the wonderful photographer she is today.
Conspiracy Chocolate has kindly donated the free 3 months chocolate subscription that will be sent straight to your door. Founded by a Swiss and Israeli couple who met in Hong Kong with a passion for creating food and discovering new combinations of flavors, they began their journey by experimenting with a range of flavors based on their culinary curiosity. Combining their Swiss traditional way of making chocolate and the spices that are and herbs more commonly used in the Mediterranean cuisine, at Conspiracy Chocolate, they believe that they believe in sharing sweet moments with people that love and finding the right flavor for every occasion. Conspiracy Chocolate is made for true chocolate lovers.
Finally, the Brown Clinic has donated 2 osteopath sessions, valued at $1,400 each. Founded in 2015, the clinic offers an array of treatments, advice, and services as a natural solution for your health issues by some of Hong Kong's leading health therapists. Their aim is to help you with any acute or chronic ailments using a single or combination of therapies, such as osteopathy, homeopathy, physiotherapy, acupuncture, kinesiology, cranial osteopathy, and so much more. The Round Clinic was voted as a gold winner for the best osteopath under a health and medical category from the Expat Living Reader's Choice Award this year in 2020. Receive optimum healthcare in a serene and open environment where every family member is welcome.
Well, that marks the end of this fundraiser. Thank you so much for our inspirational teacher, Miss Alt. Not only is she my personal hero, but the founder of Meraki Giving. She continues to advocate for students and the voices of the youth while driving positive social change. And thank you for all the viewers for joining us today and supporting Meraki Giving and Katharina. We hope you had as much fun as we did today.
And a big thank you to Africa Coffee and Tea for all of their guidance and for hosting such an informative session today. And of course, thank you to all of our generous sponsors for believing in us. We will keep our giveaway open for another 30 minutes. And if you would like to keep supporting us, please follow our social media linked in the description below. Once again, thank you so much and please stay safe.
Thank you so much for joining in, and don't forget to order our Peruvian single origin coffee. You can find the order form on our website, www.merakigiving.com. There's only 40 bags left. Thank you again for your support and time.
And a big shout out to the Meraki Giving team. They worked really hard through all of our tech issues, and this is a brand new platform for us, and everybody was working during the online sort of lockdown. So congratulations to these amazing students, and it really shows you what young entrepreneurs can do. So super proud of them. Thank you.
can't stop thinking about you. 'Cause I can't stop thinking about you.